Hi guys, finally I think we're there with quite a lot of mess involved. Gears everywhere. But so Aaron at LFP Racing, or LFP Motorsport, sold me a gearbox which had been damaged. One of the gears was damaged, so we've rebuilt it finally into. So it's done, thank God. It's taken forever. I've learnt a lot. What else was there to note? What I'm probably going to do with all of the remainders of this is build another gearbox out of it. I've got enough gears. Yeah, so things to note about my gearbox in the end. I noticed that this is the genuine Ford gear set that came in the one I just bought. And the same with the fifth gear. Now, interestingly, I put their fifth gear and my fifth gear together and it didn't work. So there's actually, when you measure it, there is a slight difference in fifth gear. Mine's slightly smaller, I think. Generally, the gears are slightly, they're more equal than they are. So speaking to Aaron, he said that it's definitely a standard fifth, so therefore I believe this is a slightly short fifth. And also, sorry, I've jumped across that lay shaft gear set that's stamped with Ford. My gear set is not. They're not genuine Ford gears. So I did wonder whether it'd have changed ratios. So it's interesting to see once we get it out on the road. Either way, the job is done. Thank goodness for that. So that's good. I've got to tighten up my shifter bolts, put my reverse light switch in, and then that is done.
Daddy, can I talk again, please?
So the next job is to sort my throttle bodies out. So we've ordered some long bolts to go through here. They're particularly narrow head for the M8 stud diameter. So I've ordered some of those. Annoyingly, they're coming from China, but I couldn't find anything else that's got an M6 head, like an Allen head to go in here. So everything else, the heads are too big. So they're not going to be here for weeks. So we'll probably have to get some M8 stud and temporarily fit those, and then remove them when the new bolts come. But anyway, what else we got going on? Oh, so we need to make a bracket up from here to the block to support the this. Apparently the weight of this on the engine can crack the head. So there should be a support bracket in here somewhere down to the block. So I need to get some steel and fabricate a bracket for that. Yeah. So that's my next job. So what I'm going to do this morning is tidy up all of this gear stuff, bag it and box it. I may well just quickly throw them in that other casing just to keep it all together. Yeah, then do that. I've got a list as long as my arm to go on with this. Oh, interestingly, my ECU's come back. My K3 ECU from Emerald has come back upgraded. It is a K3 now. And there's my loom adapter is in there, in that envelope. So I've downloaded all software. So hopefully once I get this out and I can put it all in, we should be able to get it up and running on the new ECU, which is great news, because that means that we can carry on with getting the throttle bodies fitted this time around. So yeah, so it's positive steps forward. Last push now this month. I hope to get it done by the 22nd of March, which is a good day for me. So cool beans, tidy up time. Ugh, what a job. Right, oh, she's ready to go back in. Gearbox is all built. Everything else is ready to go. So, see how long it takes. I reckon it's going to take about an hour, if that, to get it in. And then probably about 2 hours to connect everything back up. So, let's see how we go. Hopefully no trouble. Right, after a non-car afternoon, I finally put the engine in. Which is all good. Just test fitted the throttles, bodies, and that's good. Yeah, so what else? Radiator. So my brand new radiator from the Cool Experts. It looks very nice, but it's wrong because it's got a fan mounted to it. It's not got lugs for the normal fan, and oh yeah, it's the anti-roll bar. So it's definitely not for this car. So that's gonna have to go back. Yet another thing that was wrong. Ho hum. So at least we don't need it right now. Got enough time to sort it out. What else have we done? This obviously is the sensor that needs changing for the intake idle control valve. And I was told that I need to get a sub loom from this and then splice it into my loom, because this is a Euro 2 valve, not a Euro 3. I have found one. It's a rover part. I don't know if it's going to fit or not, so we'll see. That's got this 2-bolt configuration of the Euro 2, but it's got the same connector fitting, which was something along those lines. It's not that exact one, but it's like a 90-degree straight 5 pins, so 4 pins. So I'm hoping that that's going to fit that, and I haven't got to do the loom splice and bio loom and muck about, but we'll see. That's coming later in the week. But at least the engine's back in. Yeah, my new gear knob's sitting there waiting to go. So that's all good. I'll come out tomorrow and have a good crack at it. Get all the hoses wire put back on, the wiring loom back on. Look at programming the ECU. There's loads of stuff to do. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I took my mirror off. In 2 mirrors, was looking silly. Nothing really much has happened. I've got the engine in. That's about it. Wired my horns up, and that's about it. So that's the end of the day. See you in a second for tomorrow. Hi guys. So another day, a load of mucking about. What are we up to? So we have a new rad. Super duper. Downsides, well, one I sent had that fan fitted to it, and it fouled on the anti-roll bar. I think mainly because the original radiator has an inset, if you like, where the fan goes, whereas this particular rad, the fan blades, the fins are pretty much flush with the back, so obviously the fan sticks further back. So even using my own fan in the end, the original fan, still had to space it out by about 10mm to get it to fit on the outside. It is quite a nice bit of kit. So that's good. But yeah, we had to do loads of mucking about. I had to cut the radiator tabs, the fan tabs off of the old rad, and then bolt into this rad. They did say they'd sort it out eventually, but I mean, Kulex, I had lots of emails going to and fro and saying, well, we don't understand why it won't fit. No, well, because it's not the same as you advertised. Oh, well, it still should fit. No one else has had any problems. Yeah, okay, great. Doesn't help me. So in the end, I thought I've probably got a week of kicking about until they actually sort themselves out, or I can just get on with it, which I've got on with it. So we've engineered our way around the problem. So that's that done. So the cooling system's getting there. Before I finish that off, I've got to fill the gearbox with oil. That's going to be fun. So that's probably the next task. What else has been going on? Okay, we've temporarily put the Emerald ECU in. powered it up, and it worked out that we still can't talk to it through the computer. So I'm getting a new USB to serial adapter sent out for that. So hopefully we can get onto it. It is Emerald have been very good. They have already put a map on it that's as close to these throttle bodies and this setup, so that should give me a pretty good base map to get going on, albeit it'll be a bit rich. What else? Yeah, we've managed to get the these are actually bolted up now. The throttle bodies are all bolted up. I've got some vacuum hose. There should be some vacuum pipe between these throttle ports and this one, so it should tear along here. So that's the next job. Also, the idle rail is currently off the car, sitting up here. So I could bolt it on and then get it under the cam cover, but then I needed to get to the bolts underneath here. This bolt, this nut, and that nut, which I couldn't do with it in the way, so I took it off. But that means then these fittings don't work. I need some countersunk fittings to go in there to get that on, so that's a job for later on. Yeah. So yeah, our ITG. Now, ITG filters have been phenomenal. I've no affiliation with them, but they have made me my lovely new filter for here, which I'll show off later on when it's ready to go on. £140 custom made. They do have this template on their system, so you don't have to, as long as you tell them what these are and take them a photograph, they can make it from plan. But honestly, every inch of they're one of the outstanding companies I've dealt with. Arch Motors, Emerald, ITG, Redline Components, the Facebook forum man Alistair Wessel, he was fantastic for the stripes, even though I've still not fitted them. Yeah, there's been some good outstanding, and the help on the forums as well has been outstanding. But yeah, some companies have been less than helpful, but I'm not going to mention them just because I don't want to get into any legals. But if your name wasn't mentioned in the good list, there's a reason. I probably forgot you. What else has gone on? Oh, there's loads of little jobs. I've been doing loads of jobs yesterday. Straighten the steering up. Somehow managed to put the steering wheel back onto the wrong spline on the front, so that's pretty good. We changed over the track rod that was slightly bent, which was in this corner, so it's got a new track rod on it. So yeah, and this Laminova oil water cooler. They're a horrible looking thing. It was on the car and it wasn't very well, it was like this before, you know, it wasn't very well piped, and it's too big for the space really, but what are we going to do? I can't re-engineer it. I just don't like looking at it. So the quicker I can get the nose on, the better. Yeah, so a bit of got some pipe work to do. Put some oil in it. I mean, fingers crossed, you never know. It might start and run on that ECU without me having to do anything. But I've got a feeling I'm going to have to do throttle learning and all sorts. But if I can get everything up and going on it, I'll give it a go. Interesting to see what happens. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Oh, 2 new horns as well. Because the old horns were exactly the same style as this, and dead. They were both dead. Loads of rust in them. I don't know. They think they'd been sitting on the floor under the car when it was at the salvage yard for some time. It didn't do them any favours. So 2 new horns. Yeah, doing well, doing all right. No major dramas, which is good. I've got to sort out as well, if you're ever doing this conversion yourself, obviously your breathers, it's got 2 breather hoses here, and they would normally go into the airbox, but they're not any longer, so we need to blank one off, and then run the other one to a catch can which I'm not really a fan of. I'd rather run it into the intake, but I don't think there's any way I can do that. So so I have to put it into a catch can, I guess, which I haven't ordered, so let's sort that out. Yeah, crack on, switch in a bit.